What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another video. This is your boy, Mr. CJ Talk Sports. Thank you for everyone coming in last night for my stream on the worst comic book movies of all time. But now we get back into the good side of things. We are going to be talking about our top 10 currently best NBA players, as I'm going to give a breakdown on my top 10 on the greatest players in basketball history. Please be sure to like, subscribe, comment down below, subscribe to Locust Giant Zone as well as CJ Talk Sports. And well, let's get right on into the list. First off, I want to list a couple of honorable mentions, a couple of guys that just missed out on my list. Starting with my first honorable mention, I hated to leave him off this list, but unfortunately, Joel Embiid did not crack my top 10. I know he just had an MVP caliber year. I know he's arguably the best big man in basketball. But I had to leave him on. But I had to leave him off the list because of how I'm not going to say he underdelivered against the Hawks because he averaged 30. But the problem with Embiid is consistency and health.
He's like Evan Ingram.
I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't go as far as to say he's Evan Ingram. I will say he's the closest thing to the NBA since Shaq or Hakeem Olajuwon. But unfortunately, he takes too many jumpers for my liking, as well as he just outside of this year, he doesn't stay in consistent enough shape. You know, he's always getting. Yes, his conditioning is always off. His just nagging injuries are always bugging him, and the fact that he's never played any more than 65 games, and he's supposed to be an MVP caliber player. So, unfortunately, he just missed my top 10. My second honorable mention. Again, I hated that I had to leave him off this list. Kyrie. I hated that I had to leave him off this list. But just missing out on my top 10. He was my MVP of the year, Chris Paul.
I didn't get him in there either.
I had him just at number 11. I wanted to see if I could squeeze him into my top 10, but when I finally published my top 10, I was like, I love you, Chris. I think you're the most valuable player on the Suns team, but I can't say you're their best player, unfortunately. And my last honorable mention,
Kyrie Irving, fuck you.
Yeah, this is going to cause a lot of controversy, but Kyrie Irving is not in my top 10.
Because he's not a top 10 player. And he's also not a top 30 point guard.
Oh my god! I won't go that far, but the thing that bothers me about Kyrie is that, and again, as a talent, I know how great he is. He has probably the best handles that I've ever seen, especially from a 6'3" guy. His finishing around the rim is impeccable, and he is one of the best shot makers in the NBA. One of the best shot makers in NBA history. However, and this is where I struggle with putting Kyrie in my top 10. All of the players in my top 10 are easily number one options. These are players that as long as you have a solid group around them, they are going to deliver, whether it's in the playoffs or in the clutch. Doesn't matter. So now that we got that out of the way, let's get on into the top 10. Number 10. You're going to be so mad at me that I have him this low. But he has been unbelievable in these playoffs. I said for years now that he's a budding superstar. And right now, this is the closest player that I've ever seen to the late, great Kobe Bean Bryant. And that right there is Devin Booker. Devin Booker has been an assassin these entire playoffs. If you were going to tell me that in a series where he's going up against LeBron James, Anthony Davis, the reigning MVP Nikola Jokic, and Paul George, that Devin Booker would be arguably the best player in this series, in these playoffs, I would have said you're crazy. Now, again, I want to acknowledge everyone. Chris Paul was my league MVP, and I was one of the few sports fans that was like, no, Chris Paul deserves to be the MVP. But as far as who's the best player on the Suns,
I thought you meant Elfrid Payton, bro.
Having said all that, in these playoffs, Devin Booker has been nothing short of an assassin.
Not right now. We're like one.
And as I said before, he is the closest to Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
He's got he's already a better shooter than what Kobe was. But he's got the mid-range. He's got the assists. He's not the defender that Kobe was, but he's a better three-point shooter. And I just think as far as being an assassin, being a type of player that wanted to rip your throat out, Devin Booker has all the measurables to be. I'm not going to say he's the next Mamba or he's going to be every bit as good as Kobe was. No. But when you look at young players in today's NBA and you were to ask me which player today reminds you most of Kobe Bryant, without question, it's Devin Booker. Hands down, without question. And he may be he finally has the point guard of his dreams in Chris Paul, and he is delivering big time in the playoffs. So at number 10, gotta go with my guy Devin Booker. Logan, what do you think?
I like it. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I have Devin Booker higher. Spoiler alert, I have Devin Booker higher on my list, but I like it.
Okay. Now, Logan, start off with your numbers. Start off with your number 10. What?
My number 10. Stephen Curry, my guy.
Excuse me? Steph Curry is number 10.
Yes.
Are you on drugs?
Are you mad that he's too high or he's too low?
Number 10?
Yeah.
Wow. Please, I want to hear this. Then give me your explanation.
Okay, I don't really have an explanation. I mean, I love Steph Curry. He's a great player, but I just feel that these guys are the guys that I have ahead of him. I'm not gonna spoil. I'm not gonna say they're like extremely better, but I think that they have somewhat more potential. Is what I'm trying to say. Or another guy that I have, you know what I'm talking about. I have young players, and I also have a few veterans that, in my opinion.
So you're going more. So you're doing more of a projection, not as of right now, but you're doing this as a projection. Okay, I can understand that. I mean, listen, people have truly forgotten how great Steph Curry really is. I got so sick and tired of hearing all these Kevin Durant fanboys talk about, KD is carrying Steph. Excuse me? Listen.
No, Draymond Green is carrying Steph.
Bruh, listen, man. Steph Curry coming to this year had nothing to prove to anyone, okay? Mm-hmm. He's already done what most people said that he hasn't. He's carried a bad team to the playoffs. He's carried a bad team. He's carried a mediocre team past the first round. He's
If you're so mad that I have Steph Curry this low, you're not going to believe that I have the next guy this low.
Okay. Wow, I'm not. Wow, and now I'm dying with anticipation. Okay, so now going into number 9, I know you're gonna hate me for doing this because he's just such a unique player. And moving on, the next one, my number 9 player is probably the most unique player in NBA history. He's 7 foot tall. He has no body muscle, no athleticism, and yet he's probably going to finish. He's probably at some point of his career, he's going to average 30, 10, and 10. 30 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists. And he's by far and away the best passing big man of my era. And that is your twin, Nikola Jokic.
I have him way higher than you do.
and the reason why I have him at number 9, and again, people will not say, "Oh, you don't like?" No, I love Nikola Jokic. I think he's a phenomenal talent, and I don't have any problem with him winning MVP. He rightfully deserved it. But the reason why I have him this low is because I don't want to say he got exposed in the playoffs. But I really think Nikola Jokic needs a certain team around him to fit his skill set. The players that I have higher on this list are players that I know, regardless of what team is around them, they're going to give me about 50 wins. And
another thing about my list, I'm going off potential, and
yes.
also I'm not just going off pure stats or what they did in the playoffs or whatever. I'm going off so like I said, potential. And like for me, I have Nikola Jokic higher because it's more impressive to me with how unathletic he is, yet he's an absolute monster.
Yes. Like again, I want to rephrase what I said in the beginning about Nikola Jokic. He is the most unique player that I've ever witnessed, that I've ever seen. He's 7 foot tall. He has no body muscle. He has no body definition. He can't jump over a bars. He can't jump over a guard gnome. And I don't want to say he's a liability on the defensive side of the ball, but he's not an elite defensive player. Having said all that, he's going to average at one point in his career 30, 10,
Protein,
and 10.
Boys. Protein.
He's already one of the greatest shooting big man in NBA history, and he's by far and away the best passing center of my lifetime and probably of all time. Like, Nikola Jokic is such a unique player, and prior to Jamal Murray getting hurt, Denver was my number one team. Denver was my number one dark horse out of the Western Conference. Jamal Murray gets hurt, they're not the same. So again, Nikola Jokic, fantastic player. I could totally understand why you had him higher. But for me, these other 8 players are guys that I could almost guarantee are going to give me 50 wins.
My turn. With the number 9 spot, I have Kawhi Leonard.
Excuse me.
Do you have him higher?
Way higher. Super higher. Kawhi is number 9.
Yes.
Now again, I want to...
My dad likes that. My dad loves that, actually.
Kawhi, listen, I understand you want to do a projection list, okay? There's nothing wrong with that. But you still have to deliver right now. And Kawhi Leonard carried the Clippers past the first round against Luka and the Dallas Mavericks. Now again, Dallas was basically a one-man show. But then against Utah, he single-handedly pulled the Clippers out of an 0-2 hole before he got hurt. And he's been arguably the best two-way player in basketball for the last 5 years. So number 9? Bruh. I refuse to believe that there are 8 players in this league better than Kawhi Leonard. But explain your reasoning. I got to hear this.
Like I said, I'm going off projections. So, and I'm also going off approval from my father. Sorry. Do I get a water? No, I'll swallow my spit. But, I mean, I love Kawhi Leonard. But, I mean, how old is Kawhi Leonard at this point?
He's if he's not in his 30, no, he's 29, I believe.
Yes, 29. I love Kawhi Leonard, but I feel the guys that I have ahead of him have more potential, and I feel that it was a risky move on my part. I knew I was going to get judged, but I feel that it's all right.
Number 9. Wow. Okay. Number 8. I know you're going to get so pissed off with me at this one. But number 8, he's probably my favorite player in the NBA. My opinion, he's the most clutch shot maker in the NBA.
Elfrid Payton.
He's also, for all the Kyrie Irving lovers out there, this man has been the face of a franchise
Is it
for
Dame?
the last
Is it
almost the last 7 years.
Is it Dame?
And it is none other than the guy you're teasing to the Knicks, Damian Lillard.
Same for me. I got Dame at 8.
Wow. Okay. So now we're finally are heading off the right path. Yeah, Dame to me, man, you know what time it is. It's Dame time. But the game is on the line and I need a bucket. You can have Kevin Durant. There's one guy that I know I'm giving the ball to that is going to deliver, and that's Dame. Damian Lillard, man.
Me, I'm a great shooter, bro.
Damian Lillard,
sorry. I choked. I'm sorry. I suck ass at basketball, but I'm good at football.
Okay. Nah, again, the thing that people don't, the people that underestimate Dame is that, yeah, he's had his shortcomings in the playoffs. He's had his shortcomings in the playoffs. But when the game is on the line, when the chips are on the table, there's almost not outside of maybe Kevin Durant, there's not another player that I would rather have in a game win or game time situation than Dame.
Steph Curry.
And now you see, here's the thing. I would much rather have the Steph Curry Dame argument rather than like the who's better, Steph or Chris Paul. To me, they're two totally different players. Yeah, They play the same position, but Chris Paul is more of a true floor general. Steph is more of a scorer, first point guard, but he can still get everyone involved because of his playmaking ability.
He's also a fight reacts hooker.
But what I will say is that the one thing that I will take Dame over Steph is that Dame is more of a clutch shot maker. Like Dame, his range is on Steph's level, but how can I say this? The way he connects with tough shots is just immaculate. If this guy has 2 seconds with the ball in his hands and needs the 3, I know he's going to get it done. Okay. I almost know he's going to get it done and he's going to deliver. So Dame to me is spectacular. He's a showstopper. And again, for all you Kyrie Irving lovers, Damian Lillard has been the guy on Portland for almost 7 years. Kyrie Irving, if you want to talk about talent, give me a second.
I'm your host, Logan's Giant Zone. Let's get your boy to 60 subs. I said that CJ is talking to his buds. I said a man's not hot. Two push straight to these full clip maths. A man's not hot.
And the thing, and I also think about Dame is that he's never played with another superstar talent, and yet he always has his team in the playoffs. He always has his team hovering. He always has his team, as a borderline title contender, and he's gotten his team to the Western Conference Finals. To the conference finals, I mean. Kyrie has done nothing of that caliber that is even close. Give Dame a Kevin Durant and a LeBron. I guarantee you he have more rings than Steph. I guarantee you he has more rings than Kyrie Irving. Not even close. So they're on par as far as ball handling abilities. I would take Dame as a better shooter. I also think Dame is more reliable in the clutch as well as health. And again, he's been the number 1 option for Portland for like the last 7 years.
Yeah, I know. Because I already shared my number 8, same as you. I'm just going to go directly to my 7. My number 7, Devin Booker.
Wow. Devin Booker. Again, I could totally understand why you have him this high. He's been phenomenal. He's been nothing short of spectacular. And again, I voted for Chris Paul as my MVP. However, I did not say that I thought he was the best player. I thought it was close, but as of right now, no, Devin Booker is the best player on the Suns, bar none. And
he's the next Kobe Bryant. He's an assassin. He is literally the next Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, he's the closest thing I've ever seen.
He plays the mentality of I'm gonna tear your balls off and you're gonna like it. It's literally.
And the thing that I like most about Devin Booker is that he is an old school two guard. You know, he's not one of these two guards that has to rely on shooting threes. He could shoot threes, but he doesn't rely on.
He's the Nick Gates of the NBA. He's just in your face. What's going on, Zion?
Mm-hmm. What's going on, Zion?
Quick hint: Kyrie Irving is not a top 10 NBA player.
No. He's not.
I just wanted to come on too. I'm sorry I'm so late. You can say hi. You want to say hi? You want to say hi? You have to go look at the camera.
Who's that little guy?
What's good?
My little cousin. He's hanging out with me playing some Pokemon on his DS, on his Switch.
Oh.
Hell yeah. Thank you for bringing me on. I don't want to interrupt. I'll let you guys keep on going, and hopefully maybe I can give my top 10.
Yes, sir.
No. Again, we literally just started like just a couple of minutes ago. Just to do a recount, my number 10 best player is his number 7. Devin. No, who do I have? No, I had Devin Booker at my number 10.
I had Steph Curry at my 10.
Is this in order?
Yes, this is in order.
So I had Steph Curry at 10. He had Devin Booker at 10. Then who did you have at 9?
Number 9, I had Nikola Jokic.
Number 9, I had Kawhi Leonard.
Number 8, I had Dame.
Number 8, I also had Dame.
Number 7, did I get to my number 7 yet?
No.
Number 7, this is also going to piss a lot of people off, especially Laker fans.
Let's get it. Is it AD?
Yes, actually, it is Anthony Davis.
Anthony
Davis is not in my top 10.
Wow.
What?
Wow.
AD is not in your top 10?
I wanted to ask CJ how does Booker make his top 10, but I'm going to wait till after. I don't want to intrude. That's why.
Devin Booker is the closest thing we've ever seen to Kobe.
To me, he's the best pure shooting guard in the NBA. He's not one of these combo guards that could play point, that could also play two. No, is a true.
Doesn't he have 71 points once? He had 71, right?
He has 71 points against my Celtics a couple of years ago.
I like being the villain of these streams and shaking up stuff. I'm the Trae Young of CJ live streams, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. And also another honorable mention, Trae Young is not in my top 10.
I wouldn't put Trae Young in my top 10 either.
I really wanted to.
I don't know about you guys. I hate Trae Young so much to the point where I like him.
Yeah, like he's the Reggie Miller of this generation, really.
Guess what, guys? Not to interrupt, but I would put Damian Lillard in my top 10, but Kyrie Irving is also in there.
Oh my
God. Again, for me,
I removed the player from my top 10 to make room for Damian Lillard. I removed Embiid.
My top
Embiid
10
is not a top 10.
Mm-hmm.
To me, my top 10 consists of players that are consistently the number one option, that are consistently the best player. And so for me, because Devin Booker has taken this historic leap, where like in the regular season, him and Chris Paul were kind of like sharing the best player on the team. But then in the playoffs, if you're going to tell me that Devin Booker was going up against LeBron, Anthony Davis, Nikola Jokic, and now Paul George, and still be giving dudes the business? I mean, Chris Paul is great, and I have nothing but love and respect for Chris Paul. But Booker has been phenomenal in these playoffs, and even with Chris Paul out, a 40-point triple-double against the Clippers? Are you kidding me? Like, I'm like, bro.
It should be CJ Talks voice cracks.
Yeah. But nah, man. Like I said, Devin Booker, he's the closest thing I've ever seen to Kobe. the mentality, the mid-range, the assassin-like ability. Devin Booker is a stone cold killer. I said when Donovan Mitchell was coming out that he was the closest guard I've ever seen to a young Dwayne Wade. Devin Booker is a young Kobe. Like this kid has it all. I love the kid a ton, and now he finally has the point guard of his dreams in Chris Paul. So I love Devin Booker, but coming in my number 7 is none other than Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis, once upon a time, there was a real argument whether or not he was a top 2, top 3 player. Now, injuries, inconsistency, and the thing that bugs me so much about Anthony Davis is that he refuses to commit to playing the 5. Dude, you are the perfect modern big man in today's NBA. You could blow by centers. You could post up younger. You could post up, smaller. You could post up small. You have all the tools, and yet he's always inconsistent. And much like Embiid, he always has these nagging injuries. So as a talent, Anthony Davis is a one of a kind.
That's another thing that I don't have Anthony Davis in my top 10 is he's injured a lot, kind of like Joel Embiid.
Yeah, again, but at least with me, with Anthony Davis, I know I'm going to get great defense. I know I'm going to get elite scoring, and he's a really
I'm home now, Ricky.
Hold on a second.
Keep it down for Uncle Sean while he's online.
But at least with Anthony Davis, I know I'm going to get great shot blocking, great defense, great scoring, and really good passing. So, listen, as inconsistent as he is, I can't leave him out of my top 10.
Yeah, and for my number, I'm on 6 now. My number 6, I got James Harden.
7.
No,
it's number 7.
I already covered my number 7. Remember?
Who's your number 7? Oh, Devin Booker. That's right.
So my number 6 is James Harden.
Great minds think alike. I mean, I had James Harden at number 6.
I mean, look, I don't have to even. Sorry, I got phlegm. I don't even have.
You were pulling the Sixers the other night.
Benny, no, but I don't even have to explain it. He's James Harden. I mean,
when I do my hierarchy of greatest guards in NBA history, obviously I have Michael Jordan at number 1. As far as 2 guards goes, I have Michael Jordan as my number 1. Number 2, I have Kobe. Number 3, I have Dwayne Wade. Number 4 and number 5, as well as 6, is always close. It's either Harden, Iverson, or Clyde Drexler. But as a talent, nobody scores the basketball like James Harden.
Yo, I gotta get a tan. Damn.
Like, the dude drops 35 like it's nothing.
The dude drops 35 like I don't know where I was going with that joke. Continue.
Yeah, it's just but the problem with James Harden is that his style really only works in the regular season. Until I see him do it consistently in the playoffs, I can't put him at the same level as LeBron. I can't put him at the same level as KD. I can't put him at the same level as Steph. So
exactly.
Coming in at my number 5. You had him at number 10. I don't know what's wrong with you. But Steph Curry. Steph Curry is, to me, he's not just the greatest shooter in NBA history. He's one of the most underrated playmakers in NBA history. And what I mean by that is that Steph Curry, it's not just his passing that's good. It's the gravity in which he instills on a defense. You would much rather have Steph. You would much rather give up an open layup than leave Steph Curry for a millimeter for a second for 3. He is such the most unique offensive player of my lifetime. He's a 6'3", 180-pound guard, yet he consistently dominates the NBA. As a 6'3" point guard, you know how hard it is to lead the league in scoring, as well as lead your team in titles, not as a wing. We get so accustomed to guys like Kobe, Michael, Bird, LeBron, all these big, massive, personalities, all these big, massive players. But yet here comes this 6'3" guy who dominates the NBA and changed the way basketball is being played. Back when I was growing up, everybody was doing the 5-4-3-2-1, pretending to be Kobe. Now you look at today's young kids, what is everybody doing? Shooting threes. Shooting threes from half court. Who started that? Not Dame.
Stephon Curry.
Definitely not Kyrie Irving, and not even Kevin Durant. Steph Curry started all that. The ball handling, shooting from 40, changed the way the NBA is being played. It's gotten to a point where for years I always believed that Tim Duncan was the most disrespected superstar in NBA history. Now there's a strong argument that it's Steph. Because once upon a time, Steph was not just the best player in the NBA, he was the face of the NBA. Then he loses the finals to LeBron and Kyrie, and now all of a sudden, Kyrie Irving is better. Excuse me?
What?
Like, Steph Curry was all the way up here. Then he
Kyrie Irving's in hell. Steph Curry's in heaven. Kyrie Irving is in hell. That's how far.
And the thing that blows my mind about folks is that as soon as Kevin Durant got to Brooklyn and they acquired James Harden, people are asking, which is the better big three? The Warriors big three or the Nets big three? The Warriors big three? Not even close. I'm sorry, do the Nets have a unanimous MVP? No. Do the Nets have a player on their roster that literally changed the game of basketball? No. So I'm like, people have forgotten how great Steph Curry is. He is such, and he's still such a dominant player that basically being away from the game for a whole year, he comes back and leads the league in scoring.
Again.
While being not just double team, not just triple team, being quadruple team as the only real ball handler on the team. Steph Curry is without a shadow of a doubt one of the 15 greatest players in the history of basketball.
Oh, no question.
Go ahead.
I said no question.
Yeah. So I don't know, again, I don't understand how you have him at number 10, but nah, Steph Curry, he's based on what he's done just this season alone, he's still a top 5 player in my opinion.
My number 5, Nikola Jokic, aka Logan Knapp himself.
Your twin, your unathletic twin.
Can I bump in for a little bit?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry about that earlier, guys. I didn't mean to intrude and stuff like that.
No, go ahead.
You're good.
Picking up her son. And also, I agree 100% what you're saying, CJ. It's like, why is it always why do we have to compare LeBron to KD? You know, why do we have to compare LeBron to like these other players? We never hear Stephen Curry's. We never hear Stephen Curry's name brought up next to LeBron's. You know what I'm saying?
They're two totally different players.
Yeah, but you know when they talk about like, oh, it's the LeBron league, and then another analyst brings up, no, it's Kevin Durant's league. No, it's Kawhi Leonard's league. It's like, why don't they ever mention Stephen Curry? So I agree with you on that point. And Logan, how the hell do you have him at number 10? And then continue.
Yeah.
Well,
because to me, Stephen Curry is above Luka and above Giannis right now for me. Just because Luka and Giannis has not proven themselves to his caliber. If we're talking, right now,
he's doing more of a projection, not an actual player.
Okay, got you. That's why I want to clear that.
Yeah, so my number 5, Nikola Jokic, the MVP. I mean, aka my unathletic twin, as so everyone says. I mean, he's just great. What he does with being as unathletic as he is just amazing. So that's why I have him number 5.
Nah, again, like Nikola Jokic, and I'll be the first to admit, I wasn't really all that sold on him when I first started watching him play. But then I was like, wait a minute now. This dude is so uniquely talented. He's so uniquely gifted. Again,
his arms are just pure flab.
He's 7 foot tall. He has no body definition at all. He can't jump over a garden gnome, and he's not a defensive stop, and he's not an elite defensive player. Yet he's the best passing center in NBA history. He's one of the elite scorers, and he's going to average 30, 10, and 10 at some point of his career.
Bro, what you talking about? Shaq is a better 3-point shooter than Steph Curry, bro.
And that's another thing. He's money from the free throw line. Like, you don't find stretch bigs. And you talk about Steph Curry changed the way in the NBA. Nikola Jokic created a new position. He is a point center. Like, he's a center, and he literally orchestrates the team's offense. That is ridiculous. A center is running your offense? I mean, listen, Tim Duncan was a great passer, but he never orchestrated the Spurs offense. Pau Gasol was a great passing big man. He never orchestrated the team's offense. Nikola Jokic is literally the team's best playmaker, and he's a center. That never happens.
Big facts. So, who is your number 4, my guy?
Actually, real fast, can I catch up? I'm gonna just catch up. At number 10, I'm gonna do Kyrie. Sorry, at number 10, don't get mad. Just let me catch up, and then we can move past this. At number 10, I'm gonna do Dame Lillard. At number 9, I'm gonna do Kyrie. At number 8, I'll do Anthony Davis. At number 6, I'm gonna do Joker. 7, I'm gonna do Joker.
Okay.
Yeah. So we got Kyrie Dame at number 10, Kyrie at number 9, Anthony Davis at number 8, Joker at 7, and then I'm gonna do James Harden at 6. And then
James Harden. Oh, okay.
Yeah, James Harden. I'm gonna do James Harden at 6, and then I'm gonna for my 5th, I'll even give the 5th spot to. Dude, that's so hard. Right now, I'll give it to Kawhi. Okay. And then you can continue with the 4th.
All right, number 4.
Thank you for letting me on, dude. I really appreciate this.
No, it's no problem, dude. Again, you're one of my better subscribers. I love having you on the channel. I love you having on the channel. And obviously we do more football talk than anything else, but you have, outside of your Kyrie Irving biasness, your basketball knowledge is not bad. So I got to give you credit on that one.
Donovan is the GOAT of the Giants community.
I can't accept that title just yet.
Number 4. I was going legitimately back and forth between my number 3 and number 4, but I decided to put my number 3 guy higher because just out of respect and longevity and legacy. But my number 4, he wilded out in the playoffs in the first round. I don't care. His team got bounced out. He was literally carrying the Dallas Mavericks offense, and I
have Luka at 4 too.
But Luka Doncic, baby bird, number 4. This dude, you talk about hitting the ground off running. I was hearing about this dude when he was still in the Euro leagues. I'm like, who is this Luka Doncic guy? What position does he play? He embodies the positionless basketball era. He's a 6'7", 6'8" guard that can take you off the dribble, give you double-digit assists, and drop 30 on your freaking heads. This dude has played his entire playoff career against Kawhi, Paul George, Patrick Beverley, and Marcus Morris, and given each one of these guys the business. Luka Doncic is the baddest mother effer on the floor every single time. This dude is baby Burr, and I saw it right when he came out. Luka, and the thing that makes him so unique is that, and I'm not trying to make this a racist thing, but he's literally that white dude that comes on the court and just literally outplays every AAU basketball player known to man. Like, this dude just gets it. He gets the game of basketball. And again, much like Joker, he's not athletic. He really isn't. He can't jump out of the gym. He doesn't have a great body. He's not a great defensive player. But he gives you 30, 10, and 10. And now
share my picture.
Like, this dude is the next phenom. And listen, I love Zion. I love Zion Williamson. I do think Zion has all the potential to be the next face of the NBA. But if the NBA really wanted to, they can make these two the two pillars of the NBA for the next decade. They really should. Mm-hmm. Because Zion is unique athletically, but Luka, in terms of just his feel for the game, and the fact that he's already 22, I'm like, bro, if you can give me any young player under the age of 25 for the next 10 years, give me Luka. Like, this dude.
I'm just going to spoil some. LeBron is not in my top 10. No, I'm joking.
Stop it.
I would actually just say, too, this top 10, are we doing current?
Yes, can we ask? First, we're going to doing our currently, and then we're going to do our top 10 all-time great.
Oh, I didn't make my top 10 all-time.
Okay, no, that's fine.
So current right now, honestly, guys, okay, you guys got me. Even though Kyrie Irving has one more appearance in the All-Star game than Damian Lillard, right now, Kyrie Irving does not make my top 10 because he hasn't been playing. And with some of the points that CJ was making, makes a lot of sense. And I don't want to interrupt. I'll share it, Mervin. I give my fourth player, but I moved everybody up, and I'm gonna be the fifth player now. Is being that I took out Kyrie, is the player we were just talking about is gonna be Steph Curry, Steph Curry before Luka. But yeah, I'll let you guys finish. But that being said, that makes you got to think about it. I'm thinking about it the way you guys are thinking about it, and I have not. If it wasn't for Damian Lillard, I don't think. Yeah, let's just say that. I don't want to diss Portland. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
No, again, my top 10 consists of players that I know that are legit number one options.
Yeah.
Kyrie Irving is a phenomenal number 2. It's not a number 1 in my opinion. He had his opportunity to be a legit number 1 scorer threat in Boston, and he didn't live up to it, okay? He is great when he is the second option. When you have a LeBron, when you have a KD, he's great. But if you're asking him to lead a team, that is not his role. My argument for that has always been, you go back to free agency that year, the teams interested in Kyrie were only interested in him because A, they either had a number 1 option, or B, they had the cap space to acquire a number 1 option. If Brooklyn could have gotten KD without Kyrie, they would have done it. Without even a thought. Why did Boston let Kyrie walk? Because he wasn't a number 1 option. He was taking shots away from Tatum and Brown. And I said going into the playoffs that year, I said, if the Celtics are going to get to the finals...
You're a Celtics fan, huh?
Well, yeah, but also, I remember being how excited I was when we got Kyrie Irving.
But you're a Celtics fan, right? Like, if you had a team...
Here's the thing. I came into my NBA...
basketball, too.
I came in my NBA fanhood as the biggest LeBron James hater, and because the Celtics always beat him, I rooted for the Celtics. But then once I actually got into
if you followed the Celtics, you really watched him. You know, because I can say I followed Kawhi Leonard's career, but I really didn't watch him play that much. I just know how good he can be. But the fact that he was on the Celtics and you followed him and you watched him on the Celtics, I've seen a little bit of him on the Celtics and stuff like that, and a little bit of the Cavaliers and stuff like that. But I'll let you finish. My bad, bro.
Yeah, but no, Luka has only been in the spotlight for a short period of time. And he's dropping 30 on the best perimeter defense in the NBA. If he was doing this against like average teams, I'd be like, okay, let's see how he plays against a team with elite defenders. And he's gone on in 2 playoff series against the Clippers. and he's facing Kawhi, Paul George, Patrick Beverly, and Marcus Morris. Average of 30. I can't knock that. I can't knock him for that. So
True that.
that's my number 4.
And then because my number 4 is also your number 4, I'm just gonna skip to my 3. My number 3 is Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Wow. You see, I think we're on the same boat, but we probably have our players jumping around in different orders.
I think so too, because my number 4 is Kevin Durant.
Number 4?
I'll put him at number 4, yeah. Because I think all of our number 3s are the same, but we'll see what happens.
Wow. Oh, and by the way, while I'm thinking about this in my mind, I kind of have to redo this. Now, unfortunately, I have to take Booker off of my top 10. I totally forgot to add. I forgot to add Kawhi. So
you're freaking out because I had Kawhi at 9, but you didn't even have him on your list.
Roast him, Logan. Roast him.
No, because I was getting so caught up with some of the young players, and again, don't get me wrong, Booker is my guy, but come on now, cool.
Yo, that's kind of sus.
Yeah. So my new number 5 is cool. So my new number 5 is Luka. My number 4 and my 4 is Kawhi Leonard. So I mean. The thing that I love most about Kawhi is that regardless on who he's up against, you always feel like you have a fighting shot.
I have a question, CJ. After you finish these top 10s, do you want to do a tier rankings list of NBA point guards?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, especially with the way Trae Young has exploded. He was a guy that I really wanted to put in my top 10. But I couldn't quite sneeze. I couldn't quite sneak it because I'm like, listen, he's my 4th best point guard.
Public enemy number 1.
Right now, Trae Young is my 4th best point guard, and that's behind 3 greats. I mean, I got Steph 1, Dame 2, Chris Paul's my 3rd, and then Trae Young.
Oh, CJ, I have one question for you on Trae Young. Is Trae valid?
I want to keep this PG, or at least PG-13. So I'm not gonna say what.
What would happen if Trae came to your hood?
Man, fuck Trae Young. I shoot that man. Well, I swear, Trae Young looks like my dad's dick. I never saw my dad's dick, but he still looks like shit. I'm like, excuse me. I'm like, yo.
Trae Young, my dad's dick.
Bruh.
What would happen if Trae came to your hood?
Man, fuck Trae Young, man. No. Every time I need a good laugh, I'm always scrolling up on my favorites. I'm like, where is that?
Trae Degman.
I'm like, yo, Trae Young's ball. I'm like, yo. New Yorkers are so effing crazy, man. Every time I need a good laugh, I search up that video. That's why
Trae Degman.
Bruh, is Trae Young valid? No. I swear, I'm gonna watch that video again as soon as the stream is. As a matter of fact, while I have it on my mind, I need a good laugh. Logan, please share this, man.
Wait, can we share that on screen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, man. I need a good laugh right now.
All right, let's see. I hope we could share it. I mean, I hope it doesn't get taken down.
Nah, I don't see why not.
Yeah, it shouldn't be taken down.
Oh my goodness, fellas, we're about to come back into this list. We're about to do our top 3, but right now we gotta share this. We gotta share this with the live crowd.
Can I find it?
Let's get it,
dude. Go to your Twitter and then share it.
Yeah, but the problem is I tweeted it like so long ago.
It's in my DMs.
Oh right, that's right. Sorry. CJ Talk Sports. It's true. What happened if Trey came to your hood?
Bruh.
I'm
I shake
scrolling
it-
up our messages.
I shake his hand. I'm like, man, you balled out in this series.
Yo,
I'm not
should
one.
we-
I'm not one of these crazy. I'm not one of these crazy New Yorkers, man.
Yo, should we do like a skit where we do what we would do to Trey Young if we found him in our hood?
Bruh.
I'm still scrolling through the messages.
I'll be back in
Just-
2 to
just-
3 minutes, CJ. I promise.
All right, no problem.
Is Trey valid?
I'm loving this conversation.
Oh, come on. Where is it?
Yeah, I'm going to see if I can share it over here.
Robert, I have one question for you. Is Trey valid?
No. Where is it?
Here we go. I got it.
You found it? All right.
Yes, sir. One sec. All right, you ready?
Yes.
Let me turn my volume all the way up so you guys can hear it. Let me share my screen.
Suck my dick, Trey Young! Suck my dick! Fuck Trey Young! Fuck my dad's dick!
What?
Oh, my dad's dick! He still looks like shit! I better not catch Trey and Dickman! I better not catch Trey and Dickman! Now, yo, give me a shot at it! Go New York, go New York, go! It'll be back!
What is wrong?
No! Fuck Trey Young! You motherfucker! I'm gonna fuck you up! Could Trey Young come to your home right now? Hell no! I'll shoot that nigga and burn his ass! I'm say to Trey Young right now. Fuck Trey Young! Fuck Trey Young!
Yo.
Fuck Trey Young! Bow, 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 bow! If Trey Young was here right now, I'd blood his fucking hair! Trey Young's born! Trey Young's born! Trey Young's born! Trey Young's born!
Lord have mercy. May good God.
Trey Degman. I didn't better not catch Trey Degman.
Bruh. If Trey Young was here, I'd pull out his freaking hair.
No, the string got taken down.
Stop it. All right, but now that we got that good laugh in, let me get on to my number 3. And listen, man, this is my guy. Listen, man, this is my guy. But you know, Father Time. He
I
started.
got Giannis at 3, by the way. I got Giannis.
Okay. Coming in at number 3, this is my guy. A lot of people say that, oh, you're a homeboy. You're just a fanboy of this guy. You're just a fanboy of this guy. I'm listen, man. I came into my NBA fanhood as the biggest hater of this guy. Father Time starting to knock on his door. LeBron James is number 3.
What the fuck?
LeBron James is number 3. Listen, LeBron is still a great player. He's still a fantastic player, okay? He just can't carry the same team. He just can't carry a bad team anymore. Listen, I'm sorry, but the last couple of years, you know, I'm not going to say he's been inconsistent because he's not. He's still great. He's still phenomenal. However, he's been getting banged up. You know, he benefited from a 4-month break last year during the pandemic. Now, I get he had a short off season, but LeBron cannot carry a team. He cannot carry a mediocre team anymore.
Neither can you.
Well, yeah, but LeBron can carry Elfrid Payton to the finals for crying out loud. Okay, LeBron can carry my 2 shirts to the finals.
You only have 2 shirts? That's sad.
But now he's not the same caliber player. He's still great. Bruh. He's still great. He's still an all-timer. But
he's number 1. On my list, he's number 1.
Look, man, I want to put him at number 1.
If your number 1 is Kevin Durant, I will literally come to New York and kick your ass.
Having said all that, question: could you count on LeBron to play 40 minutes a night and still play great on both ends of the floor without Anthony Davis?
But he's still number one because he's LeBron.
Listen, I love LeBron, but I don't just want to put him at number one because of legacy. Yes, in terms of all time, yeah, he's still up there. But
so is Jaden the Champ. But we don't put him in number 3. What is wrong with you?
He's my number 3, man.
Dude, Zion, this dude CJ has LeBron at 3.
I was just about to.
I mean, listen.
Say that thing you said just 3 minutes ago. He can't carry a team. The guy just won a championship. Like if it wasn't for LeBron, the Lakers wouldn't. If it wasn't for LeBron, he wouldn't have won that champ. What?
And listen. The
He
last
had
time
selected KD. He could have selected anybody.
The last time he was completely healthy, he was my front runner for MVP. But then he got hurt. He tried to turn it on late, and he just couldn't do it. Listen, tell me, you watched that Phoenix series. Tell me, did you really think LeBron looked all that effective? He doesn't drive the ball to the hole anymore. Okay.
I think you're being recently biased on LeBron because of that Phoenix season and this season. But if you just take out this season and maybe even if you add this season, currently
I love when CJ does this.
Currently,
he's
one of the best players in the league.
Yeah. Now this is just currently, okay? Now, if he comes back next year and has an MVP caliber year and leads the Lakers back to the number 1 seed, then of course I'll put him at my number 1. Then of course I'll put him back as my number 1. But right now, as we're currently constructed, there are 2 players that are better than LeBron James right now.
Alfred Payton.
I can't wait to hear this. I'm still here, but homie, I gotta call someone real fast, but I'm still here. I'm sorry about this.
No, it's fine. Okay, Logan, who is your number 3?
Well, I already gave you my number 3, so I'm gonna give you my number 2.
No, I forgot who. Oh, Giannis.
All right, my number 2 is Kevin Durant.
My number 3, by the way, is Luka. Continue.
Okay, so we kind of have the same order, so we kind of have the same players, just in different orders.
Well, yeah. So my number 2 is Kevin Durant. He's Kevin Durant. He's Kevin Durant. There's my explanation.
Yeah. There's really no explanation for a guy that's coming off of an Achilles.
Trae Young coming to your hood.
And it's funny. People were legitimately asking, "Oh, do you think Kevin Durant is going to be the same?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, did his Achilles tear make him shorter? He's still 6'10", 6'11". He still has one of the best handles in the NBA. He could still shoot it from 30. Why would he be the same?
He's a 7-foot Steph Curry.
Yes. I'm like, people, he's going to be fine. Now, would it take him a minute to play to readjust it after coming off of the Achilles? Sure. But once we get to the playoffs, Kevin Durant's going to be KD. He's still going to drop. He's still going to average close to 30. He's still going to do it on high efficiency. And he's still, even though he's not an elite defender, he can still be a capable defender in key spots and key moments. So Kevin Durant's going to be fine. My only question mark as far as Kevin Durant this year, is he going to be capable enough to play on both ends of the floor while still giving you 30? Because when he was in with the Warriors, he didn't have to guard the team's best player. He had Klay Thompson.
I would just like to tell you real quick, I'm sorry to interrupt, but this is when your mom says no more Cheerios.
Bro. And again, it's funny. Like, people get on me because, oh, you're a Kevin Durant hater. I'm like, no. Kevin Durant, I have as one of the 15 greatest players in NBA history.
I think that's a tad much.
I've said in my lifetime, Kevin Durant is the best pure scorer I've ever seen. Better than Harden, better than Melo, even better than Kobe. Kobe, my all-time favorite player. Hold on a sec. Hear me out. Let me make my argument. Hear me out. Kevin Durant is 7 foot tall. Kobe is 6'6".
So am I.
Kevin Durant has the shooting abilities of Steph Curry. Kobe never shot the ball like him. Kobe never had the ball handling. I'm not saying Kevin Durant is better all the time than Kobe. I'm talking about in terms of just pure scoring. He's a 7-foot Steph Curry. That is impossible.
And I'm a 9-foot Steph Curry.
Bruh. He is literally a 7-foot Steph Curry. He can shoot it from. I'm gonna do my Stephen A. impression. He can shoot it from 30 and drop 40 on anyone, and he does it. And he does it on high efficiency.
I have one question based on this. Could Trey come to your hood?
Man, fuck Trae Young, man.
Yo, not Zeke, Zion. I love that Giants hat, by the way.
Oh, yes. Thank you. I appreciate it.
The all black. I love it.
But yeah.
I don't want to say names, but my bad. I'm kind of distracted. A homie forgot to end the stream, so I'm just trying to help him do it. But he's good now, so everything should be good.
Nah.
So, hey,
but not again. To go along with this list. At this point, it's just a process of elimination. You have him.
Yeah, I think we all have the same.
I believe he was your number 3, Logan.
He was my,
I got KD at 2.
I got KD at 4.
My number 2, he went toe-to-toe with KD throughout the playoffs. He dominated in the paint, and he led his Bucks team to the Eastern Conference Finals without a superstar.
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And number 2?
He's my number 2.
He's my number 2 too.
In the words of Flight React, it's Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, Giannis
is a beast.
Giannis has the crowd, not the best player in basketball, but the best two-way player in basketball. He is the reigning defensive player of the year.
I'm more concerned about who your number 1 is.
He's a former defensive player of the year. He's a two-time league MVP. What can I say about Giannis?
Exactly.
He's the closest thing to Shaq in today's NBA. Dominant, freak athlete, give it to you on both ends of the floor, and he can legitimately guard all 5 positions. Legitimately. Not one of these guys that does it on a switch. No, he can legitimately play 5 different positions. And much like Anthony Davis, I want to see Giannis play the 5. I want to see Giannis play the center spot because he is such a unique athlete. Excuse me. He has the length. He has the size. He has the defensive capabilities to not only play on the wing, but to play in the block. He's a good post defender. He's a good shot blocker. Giannis is just your ultimate 5-tool player. The only reason why he's not my number 1 is because I think he's a big man. I don't think you can give I don't think Giannis is the type of player that you can give the ball to and say, go give me a bucket. He's not a KD. I use this comparison a lot. In terms of football, he's a lot like Lamar. And what I mean by that is that when Lamar plays with the league, he's unstoppable. He's literally unbeatable. But you get him behind, he's not the same player. Giannis is unbelievable with the league. He's dominant, the most dominant player with the league. Get him behind, though, he's not the same player. So,
DeMarco Villanez is in the chat.
Who?
DeMarco
Villanez. That. As a matter of fact, both DeMarco and Dario Villanez are 2 of my godchildren. What's going on?
Mr. CJ Talk Sports.
What's going on, buddies? How you guys doing? If you guys want me to drop the link in the chat, if you guys want me to drop the link in the chat so you guys can hop on, just let me know, okay?
I gotta talk to these bros.
Yeah. You'll fit right in. You'll fit right in because the oldest one is about your age. So, but what's going on, fellas? Hope you guys are having fun in Philadelphia. I'll talk to you guys. I'll talk to you guys soon. Again, if you guys, Darren, if you want to come on now, just let me know. Okay.
I gotta see these rosies.
But yeah, Zion, who's your number 2, buddy? I can't hear you.
I was muted.
He says he
thank
wants to
you.
come on.
So my number 2, I'm gonna have to agree with you. It's gonna have to be Giannis.
Yeah.
For all the points that you just mentioned, and also too, people may say, how is Giannis reach that high if he's Okay,
Go ahead.
All right, perfect. My bad. I just had to make sure his stuff ended. It did end. All right, perfect. So now I'm ready. So basically, I know people might say like, "Yo, he always loses in the playoffs and stuff like that." Yeah, you can use that as a point, but at the end of the day, he's always good enough to get his teams in the playoffs, and he always demands so much respect when he's on the floor. And you can obviously tell like the players that he has around him. I mean, like not discounting Middleton because Middleton's a baller. I mean, like he never really had elite players surrounding him. It's always been mediocre players or new up and coming rising players. You know what I'm saying? He had Middleton, but he didn't really have that. He's never been a player that even wanted an elite on his team. He always wanted to stay in Milwaukee and do it himself. And we'll see what happens to him and years go on. But if you think about it, I respect that out of a player that doesn't care who they have on their team, that thinks and confidence enough that they think that they can get it done with them and the people that they have them surrounded with. So I really respect it about Giannis, and hopefully he can get it together and win a game in the playoffs here soon.
Another thing about Giannis is the Zoom Freak 2s are legit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
and didn't they just beat Brooklyn?
Yes.
Yeah,
yeah.
And
so like look at it now. You know, hopefully
the Zoom Freak 2s are goated. And my number 1 is MJ. I'm not MJ. Sorry, LeBron.
Yeah,
my number one's LeBron too.
I mean, listen, I cannot.
CJ is number 1. We gotta hear it.
Number 1 for CJ is
Daryl. Are you in, buddy? Are you in, buddy?
Hi.
Buddy,
what's up, Daryl?
Daryl, you have to be in the light, my friend. Where are you?
Can't. I'm in a car.
Then what? Child, why would you ask to come on if you're not even home right now? Hold on a second.
Who's the number 1? He's building up the suspense. Come on, bro.
It's gonna
Watch.
be
He's like, my number 1 is Alfred Payton.
Ben Simmons.
Fuck Ben Simmons. Yo, Zion, what happened to Trey came to your hood?
I didn't get invited with open arms. I don't.
Oh fuck!
I didn't see that video, Logan.
Oh, let me share it.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is what happens when you bring on your goofy. This is what happens when you bring on your goofy god relatives onto your stream.
Guys, Zion wants to see the Trae Young video, so I'm gonna show it to him.
All right.
Fuck Trae Young, bro.
Man.
I'll kill that motherfucker.
Dang.
All right. While you guys are watching the video, I gotta talk to Mama Duke, so I'll be right back. Okay.
Yeah. Well, you gotta share the screen. How are we gonna see it? You gotta share the screen.
So I guess we can talk. What do you think his number 1's gonna be? Because we both have LeBron.
Julius Randle.
Because didn't he talk Luka already, right?
Yeah.
He talked Giannis. Was KD ranked? Didn't he rank KD up there yet?
He ranked KD at 3.
At 3. Okay, he gave Luka 4. He gave Giannis 2. Did he talk Harden?
Yes, Harden was at 6.
Okay, he talked Harden. He talked Joker. He talked Dame. Did he talk Stephen Curry?
Yes.
So I wonder who his number 1 is.
Bam Adebayo.
Bam Adebayo.
Fuck Bam
crazy.
Adebayo. Screw the Heat.
What if he says Towns?
Who? Fuck Trae Young, bro. I'll shoot that motherfucker. I'm trying to find this video. Here, let me just go to my YouTube search history. That's probably a dark place. Fuck Trae Young. Alright, I got it. Too bad it won't do anything because this dude in the chat said Ice Trae.
Miz is gonna come and yell at you.
Miz is coming to yell at me?
No, I'm just joking.
I'm like, what the fuck
He wants the link.
I'm like, what the did I do? He's like, you exposed me for not knowing how to shut off a StreamYard video. Miz is the goat.
What's his number one, Logan? This is weird. He says not LeBron.
CJ! CJ, we needed you to share the screen, buddy.
So views. Oh, there he is. There he is.
You're muted, by the way.
All right, let's get it.
CJ, you're muted.
CJ, I sent Miz the link.
Gotcha.
Ooh, let's get it. There's no volume.
Suck my dick, Trae Young. Suck my dick. Fuck Trae Young. No, Trae Young looks like my dad's dick. I never saw my dad's dick. He still looks like shit. I better not catch Trae and Dickman. I better not catch Trae and Dickman. Now, yo, give me a shot at it. Go New York, go New York, go. It'll be back. It's Trae Young, Valley. No! You motherfucker! I'm gonna fuck you up! Could Trae Young come to your hood right now? Hell no! I'll shoot that nigga and spawn his ass! What would you say to Trae Young right now? Trae Young, fuck Trae Young! Yeah! We outside, nigga! If Trae Young was here right now, I'd blow his fucking hair! Fuck Trae Young!
Jesus.
Trae Young's born! Trae Young's born! Trae Young's born!
Oh my God.
Is Trae Young valid?
No.
No, that's crazy. Oh man.
Okay. DeMarco, I did send you the link.
Who is your number one?
Gotta give the man his due.
Just say it.
Hey, who's your number one? Because you mentioned KD, you mentioned Luka, you
It's
mentioned
Kyle
Giannis,
Kuzma. It's Kyle Kuzma.
you mentioned Curry, you mentioned.
Oh man, it's the GOAT, Elfrid Payton, man. Elfrid Payton is my number one. Dog, my number one. I gotta give the man his credit. It's Kevin Durant.
What the fuck?
I know, man.
Wait, it's who?
He's my number one. Number two, I had Giannis.
Who's number one?
KD. Kevin
Stop
Durant.
the cat. Straight
You
up.
mentioned KD twice.
Look, man.
You mentioned KD twice. He reaches the. He's so good. He gets twice on the list.
When they played, who was the best player on the floor? Kevin Durant.
What I'm trying to say is you mentioned KD twice. He's in two
No, I
spots
didn't.
on your list.
No.
Logan,
I
did you
said
mention him?
You said
No.
KD at 3.
You said
You
KD
did.
at 3.
no, I didn't.
Yes,
I
you
said
did.
no. My
But you said
number
Luka
five.
at 4.
I had Luka. I had to bump Kawhi.
Okay, you bumped Kawhi. Go
Yeah,
down
I had
again.
to bump Kawhi. I had Kawhi. I had Kawhi fifth. Fourth, I had Luka. Third, I had LeBron. Second, I had Giannis. First, KD. I got to give it up to him. Listen, man.
Okay.
That
I accept that.
Stop the cat.
that performance in Game 5 when you had no Kyrie, James Harden was only there in spirit, really. And this man dropped 49, 17, and 10.
So did I. I was there. I played. I was Kyrie Irving, bro, in disguise.
Bro. 49, 17, and 10 on
No one
high.
cares.
And they won the game. And they came away with the win. Now again, I know Giannis played unbelievable, but let's keep it real. When those two were on the floor, Who was the better player? It wasn't close. Well, let me rephrase that.
So LeBron James is not in your top 10?
No, he's number 3. LeBron's number 3.
Okay.
I said number 5. Number 5. Number 5. I had Kawhi. 4th, I had Luka. 3rd,
LeBron, Giannis, KD.
And KD.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Look, man. KD was unbelievable. KD was unbelievable in that series, man. Everything that I wanted to see Kevin Durant do, he did it, and he did it efficiently. 40 points, 15 boards, 10 assists, and he did it against an elite perimeter defense like Milwaukee. I gotta give it to him. And let's be honest, Kevin Durant wears a size 15 shoe. If he had worn a 14 and a half, the Nets would be in the Eastern Conference Finals. Like, Kevin Durant is a bad man. I gotta give it to him. He was unbelievable. And believe me, I did not want the Nets to win. I was rooting against the Nets the entire season. I was like, this is bad for the NBA. This would be a slap in the face. If the Brooklyn Nets had won the title this year, it would have been
the Brooklyn Cox.
It would have been glorified AAU basketball. But Kevin Durant, without basically James Harden was hampered the entire series, and without Kyrie Irving, he delivered. Kevin Durant was the baddest dude on the floor, bar none. Now again, if LeBron comes back, let's say he gets the Lakers the number 1 seed, he's an MVP candidate and takes back the title, LeBron's the undisputed best player again. No questions about it. But right now, there's an argument. There's a real debate to be had. And right now, listen, bro, I know you're upset. But kid, you gotta get
Listen, I know you're upset.
You gotta get
Listen, buddy. Kevin Durant, aka Devontae Smith, is a fuckboy, and I don't care.
Bruh. Stop being a hater. Stop being a hater, Logan.
Hey, KD, I just have a question for KD real fast. Like, I never really had KD just on the team by himself. Like, it's always around elite players if you think about it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying he doesn't deserve a number 1 spot because that guy's phenomenal. He's a baller. And I agree with your list, you know what I'm saying? I have my list a little bit different. But we can see out of all 3 of us, our top 5 is pretty similar.
CJ hates my list.
Yeah, man.
Steph Curry and 10, oh my god!
Now, I know I've been showing Damian Lillard a lot of hate here, guys.
Yeah, that's because you have
hate, but I would say he's the best at something in the league. He is the best rapper when it comes to basketball.
Come on, bro.
I removed Kyrie to put him at 10. I was gonna replace him with Towns, but then I'm like, nah, he's better than Towns.
And Karl Anthony Towns. I don't even think Karl Anthony Towns is in my top 20.
All right. I have a question because there's a player called Jason Tatum.
Fuck Jason
Oh my
Tatum.
God, I love Jason Tatum.
Why is he not in our top 10?
Last year he was in my top 10. I had him at number. Last year I had Tatum around
CJ,
7 or 8.
CJ, you never dropped the link in the chat. I don't see it.
It's in the YouTube column.
No, it's
Not
not.
in the StreamYard. It's in the YouTube It's in the YouTube chat.
No, it's not.
I just did.
Yeah, but sometimes it doesn't show up. Just put it in the description. Let me check. Yeah, it's not here.
You oh my goodness. Give me a second. I just dropped it in like a second ago.
Yeah, but it didn't show up. YouTube does that because it's like sus. Fuck YouTube.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's weird. It didn't show up.
Okay.
Right.
Give me a second.
See, their Talk Sports logo is pretty cool. Where'd you get that, man?
All right. You see it now.
It'll pop up. CJ, who made that logo for you? It's pretty fire.
Oh yeah, my mom made it for me. Nah, it's pretty fire. I'm not gonna lie. Logan made.
I would say that's an ugly trash logo. Whoever would use that logo, I knew that Logan made it. That's why I knew that Logan made it. I just wanted to roast it real fast. I love your logos, Logan. You come up with some great logos.
Yes.
Yeah.
I made him a CJ Talks Movies logo, but he hasn't used it yet.
You didn't send me a one for CJ Talks Film.
Yeah, I did, and you even put a thumbs up to it.
I did. Oh no! You know what happened? It was too big. It was too. Unfortunately, no homo, but it was too big for my profile. It was too big for my profile.
Too big for your butt, bro.
You know what I meant.
I love your movie channel, by the way, bro. It's so great.
It's so good.
Yeah, but again, that's my top 10, folks. Again, to break it down,
It's still not in the chat, by the way.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
Hold on a second.
Yeah, it's not in there.
Let me call my nephew real quick.
Just spell the link out and like send it to him via mind control. It's too big. No, you can't say that. Did you hear that? Did you hear my dad?
Yeah.
Dad, we can hear you. Dad, you're on stream. Shut her the fuck up. Oh my god.
I do like all of our lists here. It's a pretty good discussion for everyone's list. So far as that, I'm really surprised. I think everybody had the similar players in their top,
Oh my god.
top five.
I just heard it. I went back to the YouTube.
That's funny. Yeah, so CJ, he's trying to get the link from where people can call in.
Oh my god, it's so funny.
Keep on reminding it,
Shut
too.
her the fuck
Keep
up.
on reminding it. That's
Oh
funny.
my god.
Let's get it.
Oh my god. When I said, did you hear that? You're like, yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Shut her the fuck up, bro.
Oh, man. That's funny. So, Logan, let's talk honorable mentions. Some honorable mentions that didn't make the top 10. So, I would obviously, we'll have to go and say Jason Tatum. You know, he's an honorable mention.
Mm-hmm.
You know, would you say maybe, who would you say some honorable mentions?
Rudy Gobert.
Rudy Gobert, that's a good one. Would you say Jimmy Butler was a good honorable mention?
Yeah.
You know, he had his time. You know, now we had young players. We have your players like Simmons, like your Ingrams, like your Lenzo Balls of the world. Like, you want them to do so good, you know what I'm saying? But there's still something they expected so much to see that we're not seeing just yet. So hopefully, who knows, we can see it upcoming in future years.
I'm sorry, I just heard.
No, you're good. You're good. You're good. Yeah, what I do like, speaking of Jason Tatum, I do like Jason Tatum's shoe. It is controlled by your phone. So that's cool. I don't own it personally, but I seen it and it is pretty dope. You can control it and tighten it with your phone, and I thought that was pretty good. Oh man, you keep on rewinding it. You keep on rewinding the stream. What is it at? What's the timestamp?
It doesn't say shit.
It'll be different because we're live too. It'll keep on going because we're live, so it'll be different.
Yeah. So I'll rewatch it and I'll send you the times. I gotta show that to my family.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, I sent it for the.
My dad got captured on stream saying, "Shut her the fuck up" in the background. You gotta go rewatch that. Oh my god.
Okay.
Yeah, can I show you?
So we were just talking about yeah, you can show him. We were just talking about honorable mentions. So I mentioned Jason Tatum. Logan mentioned Gobert. I also mentioned Jimmy Butler. You know, just some honorable mentions. Maybe not that high, but Jimmy Butler deserves to be there.
Yeah, Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler has always been a player that I had as a borderline top 10 player. But last year, after what he did with Miami, I was like, nah, he's a top 10 player. Like, to take a bunch of kids to the finals in your first year there was just incredible. But the way that the team kind of went out this year, I was like, okay.
All right, you ready?
Just happened a moment ago.
Who was he talking to?
My sister. Shut her the fuck up.
Who? What?
We don't know the contents of what happened, but it's so random too. It was funny. But yeah, Jimmy Butler did take kids to the finals.
No. Again, and the thing that I love most about Jimmy Butler, just from a mindset point of view, Jimmy Butler has so much of that Kobe, Michael Jordan assassin-like mentality. Like, I always wondered, could you imagine if Andrew Wiggins had the talent that he possesses but had Jimmy Butler's mindset? He'd be Kobe 2.0 because of his unique gifts, of his unique skill set, as well as that win at all cost mentality. Jimmy Butler is the true definition of a stone cold killer. He will rip your heart out, but unfortunately, the guys above him are just more talented. So, and Tatum, listen.
When I search up my dad's name on YouTube, the stream comes up and you can hear it.
Oh my god! And the thing, and listen, Jason Tatum, I love the kid. I really do. I said after his second year that this dude is going to be a franchise level player. And the leaps and bounds that he has taken the last couple of years, improving his playmaking ability, he was always a good defender, even as a rookie. But his game offensively, I knew coming into this series, outside of KD, honestly, outside of KD and Giannis, I don't think there's a player coming into this year that I thought was legitimately better than Jason Tatum. I took Jason Tatum over Kyrie. I took him over Bradley Beal. I took him over Embiid and Simmons, for that matter. So Jason Tatum is just unbelievable. It's just an unbelievable talent, in my opinion. And I think he's going to be an absolute superstar.
I think so too.
I'm sorry, I keep watching it.
Again, every time I need a good laugh, that's the one video I always turn to.
No. The one where my dad said to the one here, CJ, you got to see your face when you heard that. I'm gonna change my profile pic to that. No, not that. I'm changing it to this. You'll see. This is the face you made when it happened.
Yeah. That is the many faces of CJ Talks friends. This is my excuse me. Obviously, the first one was my shocked face, and this is mine.
No, he's like, this is my excuse me. I'm like, wait, he's about to say something, and then it's his excuse me. It's his excuse me.
Bro.
No, whenever I'm confused, I just do one of these. I'm like, well, I'll think about it.
Yo, CJ, I have a question for you. Is this Movie Channel Weekly?
It is. I try to do a new episode, a new film discussion either Saturday or Sunday.
Nice.
Nah, my next time,
Fuck up.
my next top 10, Zion. I don't know if you're much of a horror fan. But my next top 10.
I don't watch that much horror.
Oh my goodness!
But I do know some good horror. Like I just okay, it's not considered horror. I would consider maybe thriller. But I just completed I marathon the Saw series.
The what?
Saw?
Oh nah! To be fair, I've only seen the first Saw.
So Friday the 13th, stuff like that. But I if the next one is about horror, I seen all your Chuckies, your Leprechauns, stuff like that. Your Michael Myers, your stuff like that. But New Days horror, nah. I didn't really watch it.
But I tell you, as I'm going back to the movies more and more, I'm probably gonna catch a movie tomorrow. Tomorrow afternoon with my girlfriend.
Did you hear that?
Nice.
I didn't hear anything. I'm taking her to see In the Heights.
Nice.
That new musical.
Okay.
Yeah, she's Hispanic. She loves musicals, much like myself. So yeah, that'll probably be up on my film channel tomorrow. I'm also going to next weekend. I'm going to review the new Fast and Furious movie.
Okay.
I'm really hoping it's good. But that's going to do the end of this top 10, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you to my esteemed co-hosts, Mr. Zion and Logan. Again, please be sure to like, subscribe, comment down below. Shout out to my boys, DeMarco and Dario.
Thank you for having me on.
Yes. Shout out to my boys, DeMarco and Dario Viennes. I'll talk to you guys later this weekend. That's going to be the end of this video. I am your boy, Mr. CJ Talks Sports,
Subscribe
aka Mr. Christian Jones. And I'll see you guys next time.
Don't leave the backstage, by the way.
Nah, I'm not.